Now on CoastTV News.
Grab your umbrella out the door. We're seeing rain moving through Delmarva this morning, and also have the sunglasses handy as well for some sun later today. Then more rain through much of the week ahead. I'll have the details next.
Tornado tears through California as we get a look at a different weather situation on the other side of the country.
Extra Senate session, that is what's taking place in Dover at Legislative Hall. What's expected to come out of the meeting today?
Power play pending, the decision that could happen this week that will move the proposed offshore wind project closer to reality.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And it is Monday, December 16th, 2024. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
Good morning, I'm Paige Marley. Thanks for being up with us during our 5 o'clock hour.
And if you're just waking up, it's been a rainy overnight for most of our area so far.
Definitely. It was a snowy overnight for me.
You were telling me about that. We didn't get any of that.
I was bummed. Yeah, you know, as we bring in Bob now. Bob, I was driving from my parents' house back to Delmarva yesterday, winter wonderland, until I hit Delmarva, and then no snow.
Rainy one.
Yeah.
No, well, it wasn't rainy yesterday.
Yeah, not really. No, it was depressing though, leaving all that snow, Bob.
Yeah, no, we just plain rain for Delmarva. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. We are looking at the rain moving through. This is a 3-hour replay of the rain, and you can see these blips of yellow every once in a while indicating the heavy rain. And yeah, we've got the rain now across much of Sussex County, and you see some of these deeper green areas. That's indicating some of the heavy rain. The rain a little spottier in Maryland, but raining around Salisbury, back through Ocean Pines as well. Farther to the south and the eastern shore socked in with the rain as well. As it continues to move through, we've got a few more hours of this. In the colder air, it is snow up through Pennsylvania, north of New York City into southern New England right now, as we have temperatures too warm for snow into the 40s to right around 50 degrees. The winds are coming in out of the southeast, but eventually it will shift to the south. So we've got the rain for the next few hours. I think it's coming to an end around 8 a.m. By 10 a.m., 40s and low 50s. We start to see the sunshine, and by the afternoon, not too bad. Temperatures into the mid to maybe some upper 50s and pretty mild into this evening. So have the umbrella handy this morning and maybe the sunglasses for this afternoon with a little bit of sunshine. Much more on your forecast coming up a little bit later on.
All right, thank you, Bob. And happening now, people in central California cleaning up after a rare tornado hit that region. The EF1 tornado touched down Saturday in Scotts Valley. This was near a shopping center about 70 miles south of San Francisco. The storm toppled trees and utility poles and overturned cars and left behind a trail of damage. Local authorities say several people were treated for injuries.
Happening today, Delaware's Senate is meeting for what's called an extraordinary session. The day will establish some rules for the next General Assembly and consider various governor appointments for things like judges. Also happening, Senate will consider members of the first ever Hospital Cost Review Board that will oversee hospital spending. That measure drew a lot of controversy and amendments before it passed.
Yeah, now for some background on that, the hospital spending bill came under fire earlier this year by the Delaware Healthcare Association, who said those decisions should be made by local officials. However, in May, the agency switched their stance to neutral after important amendments were made. And in May, the Senate and House of Representatives passed the bill, sending it to Governor John Carney's desk, who then signed it into law in June. Hurdles are not over. In July, Christianacare filed a lawsuit against the bill, challenging its legality.
On Tuesday, Sussex County Council could vote on a conditional use request on property near the Indian River Power Plant. It would be for an electrical substation where offshore wind energy would be brought on shore. The specific application brought some protests over the summer, where people questioned Delaware's benefit if this is approved.
It's a Maryland operation. It's paid for by the Maryland people. Any wind energy that we get out of this deal is going to go right directly to Maryland, not us. So why should we destroy our state park for the purpose of Maryland? Let Maryland destroy their own.
In July, an attorney for the applicant argued that the merits of wind power and the offshore wind turbines, not part of the conditional use application, but still, towns like Fenwick Island are asking council to vote no, claiming the offshore wind project cannot be built without a substation. The council will meet on Tuesday morning.
Overall, let's talk about the wind farm itself, which just received approval from DNREC to allow the cables to go underneath 3 R's Beach for the Dagsboro substation. In 2014, U.S. Wind won the lease for this wind farm. It's drawn support, but as you can see, there's also a lot of pushback. And in 2021, the Maryland Public Service Commission held public hearings on U.S. wind and other wind farm proposals. And there were several drawn-out steps in U.S. Wind's process in the years since. The biggest step recently this fall, Ocean City and others filed the lawsuit against the project, citing environmental and view concerns.
Milford officials are having a public hearing Tuesday on plans to allow marijuana in city limits. According to city documents, the chosen alternatives would allow what's called compassion centers. Those are nonprofits that provide medical marijuana to patients and caregivers. It would also permit retail stores in certain commercial zones. Under the proposal, marijuana-related businesses would still have to be at least 500 feet away from schools, residential areas, and central business zones. Going in front of the Milford Planning Commission, just the first step. City Council will hear their ideas beginning next year. And new this morning, after it was announced earlier this year that Slam Dunk to the Beach, the high school basketball event, would no longer be held, there was a hole in the holiday schedule at Cape Henlopen High School. So now we're learning that there will be a tournament that will bring other schools in the Mid-Atlantic to the coast. This is called Beach Bash. It will take place right after Christmas on December 27th and 28th. Cape Henlopen will still be the host. It will feature 2 schools from Maryland, 1 from Virginia. And we'll continue to have more on this later on Coast TV News Today.
Comic books, Batmobile, Darth Vader, and so much more. Thousands of fans came to the Ocean City Convention Center for the 7th annual Comic-Con in Ocean City. And there are well over 300 different booths for an estimated 10,000 people to walk through and enjoy. Comic-Con's coordinator says more people show up every year. And Dennis Robinson, he writes graphic novels about the world's first ever werewolf. He's excited to finally get into the Ocean City Comic-Con.
Every vendor that I've met at shows is like, you got to do Ocean City, you got to do Ocean City, you got to do Ocean City. So this is my first time here at Ocean City Comic-Con. It's fantastic.
Organizers say they plan on having the event at the same time next year.
We're going to take a live look now at our nation's capital. There are growing calls on Capitol Hill for action, with one lawmaker requesting a drone detection system.
Yeah, this after weeks of unknown drones flying across the Northeast and spreading to other areas. The devices even caused one airport to shut down.
The NBC's Bree Jackson shows us the response from federal officials has only heightened this tense situation.
Can you see it?
Questions swirling about mysterious flying objects reported in the skies over New York and New Jersey.
It is not the Iranians, it is not the Chinese, they aren't Martians.
Our local people who have questions about these drones should not have to shake an 8-ball to get an answer.
The FBI has been investigating hundreds of reports of drones operating at night. Investigators say they have seen no evidence that the sightings pose a national security or public safety threat. But the New York Stewart International Airport was forced to shut down its runways briefly because of drone activity. Senator Chuck Schumer wants federal leaders to deploy technology, including Robin radar systems, to better detect and track drones.
If the technology exists for a drone to make it up into the sky, there certainly is the technology that can track the craft with precision and determine what the heck is going on.
Lawmakers are demanding action.
We need to know who's behind it, but right now I think law enforcement seems to be the Department of Homeland Security and the Defense Department are kind of all doing this and pointing at each other.
The administration has repeatedly assured people that they are safe. However, one, we need a briefing for the members of the Senate to figure out what's going on here. Two, we need more transparency.
The sightings have residents, investigators, and members of Congress searching for answers. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
And Senator Chuck Schumer is pushing for federal legislation that would, among other things, allow local and state police to help track the drones.
All right, we're just getting started this morning on Coast TV News Today.
Coming up, playground pushback, why improvements at Canal Front Park are going to take longer than expected.
Also, from real estate to quality of life, how Milford's growth is stirring some debate in the community.
And by now, pay later, we'll tell you how much analysts say Americans spent during Cyber Monday. All that and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, make the holidays easier with tips to keep the kids entertained while they're out of school. Plus, creative last-minute gift ideas that are thoughtful and stress-free. Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Smell funky? Get Skunky, the shower anywhere sponges that clean all your funky parts from your head to your feet. and everything in between. Just add water, work it into a rich lather, and it's ready to use. Skunky effectively lifts and removes oil and dirt from your skin and hair without any rinsing required. Just towel dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who works outdoors. A hiking, fishing, or camping trip wouldn't be complete without Skunky. Skunky is a game changer for all ages and a must for elder care. Call now and get 20 Skunky 60-second shower pads for only $9.99. But wait, order now and we'll send you 5 more absolutely free. That's 25 showers for only $9.99. There's a strict limit of 1 family pack per order at this incredibly low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-615-9517 or visit getskunky.com. That's getskunky.com. Order now.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
It is 5:11 on this rainy Monday morning. You can see the wet parking lot in Milford on the Bay Health Cam 47 with the rain. As the showers continue to move through, much of Sussex County is seeing that rain. So use extra caution with the wet roads, seeing showers around Salisbury. Back to the coast too, and a solid shield of rain across the eastern shore. And we continue to see the rain moving through. We'll be in this for the next few hours. Then it will start to taper off. We're looking at temperatures in the 40s to right around 50 degrees. So it's pretty mild out there. But for the kiddos, they'll need the rain gear this morning. I think the rain will be tapering off as they do catch the bus around 48 degrees off to school, and some sunshine heading home from school, sun and clouds and around 54 degrees.
New this morning, we have some lane closures that could impact your daily commute. According to DelDOT, beginning today, there will be intermittent lane closures on Beaver Dam Road, Plantation Road, and Route 9. This is near the new roundabout there in Lewis. From 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., crews are set to finish the paving project. DelDOT's reminding all drivers, drive very cautiously in those work zones and expect some delays.
Millsboro police say scammers are calling and saying they are officers or telling people they have active warrants. Millsboro police say check that phone number they call from, their specific number or duty phones, and if you're worried, you can call the station's phone number to confirm.
More Americans are using the buy now, pay later services. A new report shows that on Cyber Monday, consumers spent nearly $1 billion using the buy now, pay later. That was a record amount for a single day. Analysts say that BNPL spending in the United States is up this year. Last year, consumers spent more than $75 billion, up from $65 billion in 2022.
Grubhub has released its annual 2024 delivery report. The review analyzed orders placed throughout the year, and chicken ruled this year, being included in nearly 40% of all Grubhub restaurants and grocery store orders. Over 1 ton page of cottage cheese was delivered. Mexican food was another favorite choice, and 1.3 million burrito orders were made.
That was probably me. That was 2 million of those.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. All right, still ahead this morning, Milford growing pains. We're going to tell you how much Milford has grown in population from 2020 to 2023.
A rainy Monday morning right now, Ocean City 52 with rain in the vicinity, and you'll need the umbrella this morning, then the sunglasses later today, then the umbrella again with on and off rain chances into Thursday, then turning very cold this weekend. Details coming up in 2 minutes.
Listen to Big 107.7, Delmarva's classic rock station.
At FH Fur, we believe that $29 is a small price to pay to make the holidays brighter for kids in need, which is why we're extending our $29 heating inspection offer through December 31st. For only $29, FH Fur, your Lennox Premier dealer, will perform a complete home heating inspection with the entire amount going directly to the Marine Toys for Tots Foundation. Up to $10,000. Schedule your heating inspection today with FH Fur. Absolutely the best.
877-CALL-FUR, FHFur.com. Start the new year off generously by giving to those in need on Delmarva. Coast Country Cares is hosting a Code Purple Drive on Saturday, January 11th at Boulevard Ford in Georgetown. Stop by from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to donate non-perishable food items, warm clothing, cleaning supplies, and more for shelters and those who need it most this winter. For a complete list of items for January 11th, go to coastcountry.com. Coast Country Cares, sponsored by Spicer Brothers.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices.
Time is 5:16, and you are looking live at a lit-up scene in Ocean City near the inlet and the Ferris wheel. And we're starting Monday morning in cliche fashion, Bob, with some rain.
Yeah, we are seeing the rain. It's good to see it. You know, it's putting a little dent, little by little, in that drought that we've been dealing with. And the next several days, we do have more rain chances. We're seeing it now. I think we'll see it taper off a little bit later this morning, then a little bit more tonight. Much of Tuesday is dry, and then Tuesday night and Wednesday, that's our best chance for rain. And then the rain chances taper off. Then it gets really cold as we go into this upcoming weekend and leading up to Christmas. Right now, we're seeing the radar from the last 3 hours indicating some of that rain heavy at times. We're seeing that rain all across Sussex County right now. You see little breaks here and there, but pretty much everybody's seeing rain. A little bit of rain around Ocean City, but Ocean Pines not seeing it. Salisbury seeing the showers, and the Eastern Shore right now seeing the rain. And we've been seeing this much of the overnight, and that extends all the way back to the I-95 corridor. So we're in this rain for a few more hours, and this extends up into the New York area, and in the colder air across eastern PA into the Poconos and into upstate New York and also southern New England, it has taken the form of snow, while we're seeing the rain a little bit farther to the south across the Carolinas. You see this little break here, and then there's more moisture back across the Midwest. So we'll be in and out of this rain really the next several days. Temperatures now 49 Georgetown and Milton, 50 in Delmar, 50 in Bethany Beach, 48 in Rehoboth. Right now the winds are southeast, but eventually they'll become south as we go through the day. So we're dealing with the rain the next couple of hours. I think by 9, the rain should be tapering off with temperatures in the 40s, and then by noon, seeing some peaks of sun. In fact, by mid-afternoon, mid to upper 50s inland, cooler at the beaches and some peaks of sun, but then the clouds fill back in tonight. Could see a few showers through the overnight, and with the southwesterly wind, it's pretty mild too by tomorrow morning into the upper 50s. And look at this as we go through the day with breaks in the overcast, lower 60s by the afternoon hours. But then as we go into Tuesday night, we're looking at mostly clear skies and temperatures by Wednesday morning into the 30s, increasing clouds during the day, and then rain increasing as we go into Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday evening. This will be our wettest system, and this rain will linger into Thursday morning and then turning sharply colder behind this system. So the rain the next several days will pile up in the rain gauge in some places over a ½ an inch. And the big story heading into the weekend and leading up to Christmas, very cold temperatures. In fact, temperatures as cold as 15 to 20 degrees below average. Here's the Paul Davis 7-day forecast. 56 with the rain today, 63 on Tuesday. The rain returns on Wednesday, 58 degrees. By Thursday, 48 with showers. And then here comes a big cool down. Friday, 46, 40 Saturday. Look at that. Lows into the teens this week and a high of only 31 on Sunday. Umbrella giveaway winner today is Barbara Hudson from Frankfurt. Congratulations to her from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Thank you, Bob. And we continue to learn just how much Milford has grown in just a few years. The city says they've issued 213 permits for new homes in the first 11 months of 2024, and they've also seen 232 projects in the downtown development district since September of 2016.
Like 5 years ago, the most prominent out-of-state buyers were going down to Rehoboth, Lewis, Ocean View, Bethany, just around the coastline, and now we're gearing up towards Milford, in the more quaint towns where people still get that small town feel, but they can still have access to the beach.
And according to the Census Bureau, the population of Milford jumped almost 19% from April 2020 to July 2023.
Still more to come this morning on Coast TV News Today. Coming up, playground pushback. We're going to tell you what's stalling the improvements at Canal Front Park in Lewis. Don't go anywhere.
It all started with a food truck. A truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, stop by Tiki Jack's at Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
With all the choices of services on Delmarva, where do you even begin? Trust experts of various fields with Delmarva Experts. Sponsored by Kitchen Concepts Plus, Chesapeake Eye Center, Apple Discount Drugs, FLC Energy, Spicer Brothers Construction, Mattress Peddlers, Homewell Care Services, Robinson's Jewelry and Coin Shop, Delmarva Acupuncture and Wellness Center, Mast Audiology Services, Riptide Restoration, and Delmarva Day. Delmarva Experts, local experts right when you need them.
You need to lose weight, but you hate lugging out that big blender for a healthy shake. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with my Bionic Blade, the new handheld blender that's rechargeable, so you can make a fast, healthy shake anywhere. Designed like this shake bottle you take to the gym, it has the motor and blades built right into the lid. Bionic Blade quickly creates smooth drinks just like the big blenders. But this is portable, so you can make a shake anywhere. Make pina coladas right by poolside. Even grind coffee beans and make a quick, refreshing iced coffee pick-me-up on the go.
Get the Bionic Blade for just $29.99 and we'll even ship it to you free. But wait, order now and get 2 sipping lids, a second large blender container, plus the sports lid. Yours free. You'll get this entire portable blending system for just $29.99. Call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-709-7148 or go to buybionicblade.com. So call 1-800-709-7148 or you can order online at buybionicblade.com.
Coming up.
You love him, I love him.
The Tonight Show's Jimmy Fallon.
Monday at noon on Coast TV.
Was this cabinet broken into?
It was shot. A bullet went through the glass, through the wall.
I'd like to see the police report.
We didn't call the police.
Why not? Were you all drunk? Drugging?
Judge Judy.
Monday at 2 on Coast TV.
Ever hear of a meadow garden? This is a new landscaping trend. It's also creating some controversy. This is where instead of a traditional yard, people plant wildflowers and native plants. Environmentalists say these are great. Critics say they're an eyesore. And happening today, Lewis's environmental subcommittee set to consider allowing meadows instead of grass. It would adjust the city's property maintenance code for this. But according to regulations, meadow gardens must be registered with the city, be free of weeds or bad smells, and be shorter than 2 feet.
New this morning, DNREC has renovated a 1960s-era building to current safety and accessibility standards. And this weekend, the agency, along with Governor Carney and President Biden's daughter, Ashley, rededicated the Biden Environmental Center at Cape Henlopen State Park. According to the agency, the building will be used for DNREC trainings, regional workshops, and community events. The agency says in the 90s, Biden helped the state buy the building and its adjacent landscape to make it a place for learning.
Got an update on the story that we've been covering, and it's about that proposed path connecting Milford and Slaughter Beach. And officials have been asking for public comments on the project. That feedback is due on Friday.
And Lewis says further improvements to Canal Front Park's playground, seen right there in October, are now delayed until January 20th. City says that's because of shipping delays and weather in January forced the pushback of the construction. Lewis says it will anticipate the new playground to be installed in late March.
And we are joined again by First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahey. We do have a wet start to our Monday morning.
We do, and it's a wet one on the beach, but it won't be a rain out all day long. Just rain for the morning hours, Fenwick Island, Ocean City. Then some peaks of sun into the afternoon. Temperatures into the mid-50s. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. Lewis, rain this morning. The same for Rehoboth, temperatures in the 40s. Then low to maybe mid-50s this afternoon with peaks of sun. On the Bayside, rainy for you this morning. A little cooler for you with upper 40s. Some peaks of sun later today. And then for Crisfield, the morning rain. Afternoon clouds, some peaks of sun, but we've got more rain to come the next few days, and then much colder heading into the weekend and leading up to Christmas. Much more in your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Sounds good, Bob. Thank you. Coming up after the break, basketball back on the coast. Why organizers say it was important to find another basketball tournament in the absence of slam dunk to the beach.
Also, session in Dover will tell you what is expected from the extraordinary situation happening today. That includes an update to a controversial bill.
And fog grounds flights in Chicago. We're going to show you the startling conditions that locals there are dealing with over the weekend. Coast TV will be right back.
Tonight,
are y'all ready?
Little Big Town celebrates the holidays with a star-studded country music celebration.
Merry Christmas, y'all!
Little Big Town's Christmas at the Opry, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Ho, 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 lo. It's Christmas Eve at St. Denis. Oh, there's Santa!
A little problem with North Pole.
Oh, my God.
Yikes.
St. Denis Medical, Tuesday on NBC and Peacock.
I've been thinking about renovating my garage floor, and suddenly I'm seeing signs everywhere. The universe keeps hinting, even at my local gas company. Pinnacle Concrete is everywhere. And again, multiple signs at the print store. The signs are too strong to ignore. It's time to call. With so many options, my dream is taking shape. And now, I'm not just seeing signs, I'm living proof. Pinnacle Concrete Coatings, because quality matters.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit getmonkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Now on Coast TV News.
Grab your umbrella out the door. We're seeing rain moving through Delmarva this morning. Also have the sunglasses handy too for some sun later today. Then more rain through much of the week. I'll have the details next.
Chicago dense fog, the weather situation there that wreaked havoc on air travel.
Senate shaping the next year, what that chamber is working on today at a special session in Legislative Hall.
Holiday hoops return, how organizers are filling the void after the popular slam dunk to the beach was put on hold in Lewis.
This is Coast TV News Today.
December 16th, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Paige.
Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. I'm Paige Marley.
The time is 5:28 as we continue to deal with rain on this Monday morning. We're hearing it on the roof here at our studio in Milton.
Yeah, I wish it was snow, but we can't have everything we wish for. So we're going to bring in Bob right now. Bob, how long is this rain going to last, you think?
I think we'll be in the rain for a few more hours, and yeah, way too mild for snow. We've got temperatures in the 40s to around 50 degrees, and some of that rain coming down at a pretty good pace. You can see some of the blips of yellow on the radar last few hours, indicating some of that heavier rain. Right now, it's not heavy, but steady in a lot of places across Sussex County. You also see gaps, too. Salisbury, maybe you're getting a break from the rain, but Pittsville back through Liberty Town, you're seeing the rain and also showers across the eastern shore. So pretty good shield of rain moving through, and that extends farther back to the west towards the I-95 corridor. And in the colder air, Poconos into New York and southern New England, it is snow, but too warm for snow for us, with 40s to 50 in Bethany Beach, Indian River Inlet, 49 in Georgetown, 48 in Redden right now. Winds are picking up along the coast, and those winds will start to pick up out of the south as we go through the day. The rain will taper off around 8 o'clock or so, and then we'll start to see breaks in the overcast. Here's noon, mid-50s. I think we'll see some peaks of sun, and by afternoon around 56 Georgetown, 57 in Millsboro, but cooler 40s at the beaches into the evening hours. So drive with caution. We've got some ponding on the roads with the rain. I gave it the yellow light for the morning commute with showers, and then the green light for the afternoon and evening commute. Sun and clouds and temperatures into the 40s and 50s.
Thank you. We're going to show you now the Sunday scene in Illinois as the National Weather Service issued a dense fog advisory with limited visibility and hazardous driving conditions. According to the FAA, flights were delayed on Sunday at least 15 minutes at Chicago's O'Hare Airport because of that fog. The early Sunday morning fog advisory lifted later on in that day.
Happening today, Delaware Senate meeting for what is called an extraordinary session. This will establish rules for the next General Assembly and look at various governor appointments for things like judges. Also, the Senate will consider members of the first ever Hospital Cost Review Board that will oversee hospital spending. That's a measure that drew a lot of controversy and amendments before passing this past summer.
We have some background now for this bill. It came under fire earlier this year by the Delaware Healthcare Association, who said those decisions should be made by local officials. However, in May, the agency then switched their stance to neutral after some important amendments were made. According to the state, in May, the Senate and House of Representatives passed that bill, sending it to Governor John Carney's desk, who then signed that legislation in June. The hurdle's not over just yet. In July, ChristianaCare filed a lawsuit against that bill, challenging its legality.
Sweet Milford officials will hold a public hearing on plans to allow marijuana in city limits. Now, according to city documents that we've seen, the chosen alternative would allow for what is being called compassion centers. They are nonprofits that provide medical marijuana to patients and caregivers, and also permit retail stores in certain commercial zones. None of this proposal, marijuana-related businesses would have to be at least 500 feet away from schools, residential areas, and central business zones. The Tuesday hearing by the Planning Commission is just the next step. City Council is expected to review all the suggestions next year. After it was announced earlier this year that Slam Dunk to the Beach basketball events would no longer be held, there was a hole in the holiday schedule at Cape Henlopen High School, and now we're learning that there will be a tournament that will bring other schools in the Mid-Atlantic to the coast. It's called Beach Bash, and it will take place right after Christmas. This will be on December 27th and 28th. Cape Henlopen will be the host, and it will feature 2 schools from Maryland, 1 from Virginia. Its predecessor, Slam Dunk to the Beach, became too expensive to bring schools from across the country to the Delaware coast, and it is hoped this new tournament will be able to have that same level of excitement.
We want to keep that enthusiasm going, and people liked it. If it didn't cost so much money to fly these teams in and put them up, and NIL and everything else that's involved in this stuff these days, we have to do something to fill that void, and I think we're going to be able to replace it very well.
And unlike Slam Dunk, where all the games were scheduled in advance, Beach Bash will be a true win-in-advance type tournament.
Thousands swung into action at this year's annual Ocean City Comic-Con. Coast TV News reporter Kevin Zapay shows us the ins and the outs of the event that took place in Ocean City over the weekend.
Comic books, Batmobile, Darth Vader, and so much more. Thousands of fans come to the Ocean City Convention Center for the 7th annual Comic-Con in Ocean City.
How's everybody doing?
Wario and Waluigi drove all the way from Connecticut to check out the event, and they say it was worth the drive.
The best thing about it's got to be the variety. It's covering comics, Marvel, DC, anime. The cosplays here are amazing, and everyone's friendly. We've taken a bunch of pictures. It's been fun.
There were well over 300 different booths for the estimated 10,000 people to walk through and enjoy. And Comic-Con coordinator James Doofendock says more people show up every year.
Yesterday was great. We were packed. People had a great time. We have a full hall of vendors and screenings and panels. They're all super well attended.
Along with all the booths, you could enjoy Jedi lightsaber training, films, and competing with others in video games to get a prize. Dennis Robinson writes graphic novels about the world's first ever werewolf, and he's excited to finally get into the Ocean City Comic-Con.
Every vendor that I've met at shows is like, you got to do Ocean City, you got to do Ocean City, you got to do Ocean City. So this is my first time here at Ocean City Comic-Con. It's fantastic.
Although this is Comic-Con's last day in Ocean City, Doofendog says they plan on having the event at the same time next year. I'm Kevin Zappe in Ocean City, Coast TV News.
We're going to take a live look now at our nation's capital. There are growing calls on Capitol Hill for action, with one lawmaker even requesting a drone detection system. The list of states with reported drone sightings now includes New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Virginia, and Ohio. State and local police trying to investigate the aircraft, but they don't have the authority to counter them. Homeland Security Secretary now asking lawmakers to give state and local authorities the ability to counter those drone activities under federal supervision. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he's going to co-sponsor legislation that could give us some more insight on what's flying above us.
We want state and local authorities to also have the ability to counter drone activity under federal supervision.
One of the country's most important Air Force bases even saying it closed temporarily due to the drone activity. That's according to a spokesperson for the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio.
Got a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Still coming up this morning, 2024 is heating up. We'll tell you the new record this year is projected to break according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration.
Also, Eagles on the run. The big game by Barkley and company that leads the Birds to a 10th straight win.
And an adoption accomplishment. How many pets found their loving homes at the BV SPCA mega adoption over the weekend? Stay with us on Coast TV News Today.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge. As our thank you, we'll list our business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll.
You can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Many parents assume that the vision screening at the pediatrician's office is all that's required. While vision screening is an important first step, it's not the same as a comprehensive eye exam. There are some serious eye diseases that are not detected at a regular screening. The American Optometric Association advises that the first eye exam be at the age of 3.
Dr. Tracy Boss is accepting new patients, including pediatrics, at Chesapeake Eye Centers in Salisbury and Berlin. For more about Chesapeake Eye, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The hammers are smashing, the glasses are raising, and the fun times await at Bushel Sports Bar and Grill in Lewis. Explore our selection of off-season entrees and mouth-watering signature sandwiches that are sure to satisfy any palate. Relax and enjoy local craft brews and specialty cocktails watching your favorite sports team, or compete with your friends at some 8-ball. And indulge yourself with year-round all-you-can-eat crabs served by the bucketful and seasoned to perfection. For good vibes with a friendly atmosphere, visit Bushel's on Coastal Highway today.
Have you lost a loved one to suicide? You are not alone. I lost my teenage son to this heartbreaking tragedy.
And I lost my veteran dad, who faced his struggles alone in silence.
We're here as part of the Jesse Clump Memorial Fund's Loss Team, providing support to suicide loss survivors.
We understand this complicated grief. We are here to meet, talk, or text whenever you need.
Remember, you are not alone.
Call us at 410-726-3090.
Together we can heal and find hope again.
It is 5:38 on this rainy Monday morning. A little foggy, too, on our Spice Brothers cam looking over SU right now, 49 degrees. So leave extra time to get to your destination this morning as you see the rain moving across Sussex County right now. Much of us seeing that light to moderate rain. The same for Maryland, Salisbury to Snow Hill and Liberty Town. And the Eastern Shore also socked in with the rain, too. And we're in this rain for a few more hours, so buckle up and make sure you grab the umbrella. So what size coffee to grab this morning? Well, I go extra large, 56, morning rain and then afternoon sunshine. Make sure to call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Your forecast just a call away, sponsored by Baird Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
If you live in Milford and you lost power, we're going to tell you why. The city said a downed line knocked out the electricity. Crews, they're still trying to fix it. The city's asking people to pause any non-emergency calls at this time as phone lines are routed now through the Milford Emergency Center. All right, this weekend, over 1,100 animals were adopted as part of the Brandywine Valley SPCA's mega adoption. The event featured reduced adoption fees across all BV SPCA campuses and cleared out many shelters.
The preview of a potential Pennsylvania Super Bowl, I may be getting ahead of myself here, but on Sunday at the Field in South Philly, the NFC East leading Eagles took on the first place team in the AFC North, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And lots of drama between those two players over the past week. Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, first quarter, could not have scripted it any better. Hurts to Brown, and the Birds take a 10-3 lead. Second quarter in the red zone, Hurts finds Devontae Smith. This makes it a 17-3 game, and the Eagles, they put it away in the fourth with a tush push. A statement win for the Birds, make it 10 wins in a row. And at 12-2, the Eagles have the best record in the NFL with just divisional games remaining on the schedule. To the New Jersey Swamps and the Ravens back from their bye week and back in the win column. First quarter, Lamar Jackson fires, and there is Mark Andrews, one of 5 touchdown passes on the day for the reigning NFL MVP. Ravens roll the Giants 35-14. Let's go to New Orleans, where Washington allowed a Saints touchdown on the final play of regulation. Instead of going for the tie, Saints went for 2 in the win, and they run basically the same play we just saw. Here's quarterback Spencer Rattler throwing into a tight window. It's incomplete, and the Burgundy and Gold are now 9-5 after escaping with a win. Coming up tonight on the Delmarva Sports Network at 7, it's men's college basketball when Maryland Eastern Shore hosts Caron. And then at 10:30, the final score. Your exclusive DSM Plus games begin at 4 as Polytech faces off against Woodbridge in Unified basketball. At 5:30, it's Bayside Conference girls basketball. That's when North Dorchester visits Cambridge South Dorchester. At 7, more girls basketball when Stephen Decatur travels to Pocomoke. Macaulay Culkin doesn't live home alone himself these days, and it kept him from making a big purchase tied to the movie. Douglas Hyde has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department tops the Billboard 200 albums chart for the second week in a row. It climbed back to number 1 last week thanks to a new deluxe anthology edition. The album's run has been anything but tortured. It's now spent an impressive 17 weeks at number 1. Macaulay Culkin says he considered buying the Home Alone house when it went on the market last spring. Culkin wanted to turn the Chicago area home into a movie funhouse where visitors could sled down the stairs just like Kevin. But he decided he was just too busy raising his 2 sons to do it. That's what happens when you don't live home alone. Netflix is putting a new spin on their annual Yule log video. You can now stream crackling fireplaces set in the worlds of Squid Game, Bridgerton, and Spellbound. The streams also include Easter eggs and animation tied to the shows. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
During the holiday season, Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign works to bring the Christmas spirit to everyone. And we always like to share the cards and the donations that we have received. This beautiful card right here, it has the 3 wise men on it. It has Jesus on it. So, of course, the very first Christmas, we love this card. It's from Pepe and Doris in Millville. Thank you so much for your beautiful card. We love this. But don't forget, we still need all of your help to make sure that every child has a special present to open on Christmas morning. Already, this initiative has raised over $270,000. That's absolutely incredible. If you want to donate online, you can visit blessourchildren.org. We're not done yet, though. Today's Holiday House is a festive corner featuring a furry friend. This cozy corner is complete with the big guy watching over the house, of course. And we wonder if the owners have matching PJs with that dog. I'm going to assume they do. This picture was sent to us by Sue in Ocean View. Thank you so much. We want to see all of your bright lights and your festive setups. Keep submitting your pictures and your videos to us right now. Do that on coasttv.com/holidayhouse.
It is a wet start to our Monday morning. You can see that in Dover on the Bay Health Cam as well, so use extra caution. Wet roads and some ponding on the roads. You'll need the umbrella this morning, then sunglasses later today, and then the umbrella again as on and off rain chances continue into Thursday, then turning very cold this weekend and leading up to Christmas. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes.
Delmarva's Holiday House, sponsored by Beta Beach Builders.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, make the holidays easier with tips to keep the kids entertained while they're out of school. Plus, creative last-minute gift ideas that are thoughtful and stress-free. Coast Life, today at 4 on CoastTV.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen, where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Get the CoastTV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free CoastTV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
It's now 5:46 on your Monday morning. We are going to take a live look right now at Salisbury. Pretty, I don't know, is it foggy there, Bob, or just hazy with that rain? What are you thinking?
Could be a little foggy. Yeah, I think a little fog, a little haze. Yeah, just take it slow this morning with the rain. And so far, we've got rainfall amounts about 1/3 of an inch or so around the area. Bethany Beach, the highest I could find, 3,800s with 3,500s in Lewis and Millsboro. Dagsboro, 2,900s, the same with Georgetown. And Laurel, a little over 1/4 inch of rain. And we'll add a few more hundreds to that through the morning hours as you see the rain moving through. A little earlier, it was coming down at a pretty good clip at times, but now it's just light to moderate across much of Sussex County. Georgetown down 113, seeing the rain also the coast. Lewis, Fenwick Island, you're dry now, but you've got more rain on the way. Ocean Pines down to Newark and back towards Salisbury. You're seeing the showers and also showers across the eastern shore. So we'll be in the rain the next few hours. That stretches back towards the I-95 corridor right now. It's rainy in New Jersey, and in the colder air, it's snow now from the Poconos into areas just north of New York City into southern New England. Looks like it's snowing pretty hard in Connecticut. While it's just rain for us, just too warm. There is a little break behind this system, and then there's more rain across the Midwest that's slated to move in as we go through time. Now, here are the temperatures out the door, of course, too warm for any kind of snow, with it being 51 in Ocean City, 50 Bethany Beach, 50 in Del Mar, and 49 in Georgetown. Right now, the winds are southeast, a little stronger at the coast, and eventually they will turn to the south today, and we'll see pretty mild temperatures as we go into the afternoon. But we've got the rain. Here's Futurecast at 7 with the showers. Then I think they're pretty much ending by about 8 a.m. So by 9 o'clock, we're looking at temperatures in the 40s, kind of cloudy, some breaks in the overcast by the noon hour, and temperatures warming up a little bit in the low to mid 50s, but cooler 40s at the beaches by 3 o'clock, around 57 Millsboro, Ellendale, 56, 57 in Del Mar, but only 40s and 50s at the coast. And as we go through this evening, we'll see mostly cloudy skies. Still can't rule out a few more showers as the winds turn to the south and west. And then we get pretty mild as we go into Tuesday morning with that shower chance by 6 a.m. Not bad, mid to upper 60s. And tomorrow will be a mild day with temperatures into the low 60s inland areas with partly to mostly cloudy skies. As we go through the overnight, it does look look mostly clear, and by Wednesday morning, we're in the 30s and 40s. It clouds up. Then we see rain chances increasing as we go later on Wednesday, as we see a stronger system coming through. This is just rain for us Wednesday night, and into Thursday morning. And then behind this system, it's just drier and then turning much, much colder. As we go through the next several days, I think we could tack on another, say, third of an inch to about 6/10 of an inch of rain, and very cold as we go into the weekend and leading up to Christmas. December 21st through the 25th, we're talking about very cold weather. In fact, we're talking about lows in the teens as we go into this weekend. Paul Davis, 7-day forecast. 56 today with the morning rain, afternoon sunshine, and then 63 on Tuesday. That's our warm day with mostly cloudy skies, and then rain redevelops Wednesday. 58 lingers into early Thursday. 48. 46 on Friday, then really cold into the weekend. Saturday only 40, only 19 Sunday morning. A high of 31. That's it on Sunday, and then 15 by Monday morning.
19, Bob? Oof, that is cold. All right, 2024 is on track, though, to be the hottest year in recorded history. That's what the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is claiming. Although the year is not over yet, NOAA said between January and November, temperatures were 2.3 degrees higher than the 20th century average. The high mark also breaks the previous peak set just last year in 2023.
This weekend, veterans were remembered as part of Wreaths Across America. Hundreds of people gathered to pay tribute to the heroes laid to rest in the Epworth Cemetery in Rehoboth Beach. Following a ceremony where all branches of the military were honored, family members and volunteers laid the wreaths on the gravestones of our fallen service members. After laying the wreath, they said the name of the veteran buried there out loud. Participants say it is so important to thank our veterans in this way.
They're the ones that protect our freedom, and a lot of them have sacrificed, made the ultimate sacrifice, and they are something that we should honor every year.
Rehoboth was just one of over 4,700 cemeteries nationwide that took part of Wreaths Across America. The motto is remember, honor, and teach. And from all of us here at Coast TV, of course, as always, we want to thank all of our veterans. Coming up next on Coast TV News Today, we're acknowledging Alzheimer's, what a new study says could be signs of the disease to look out for.
It is a rainy start to our work week, and here's Ocean City with the Ferris wheel all lit up, looking kind of misty out there right now. So we've got the rain on and off through midweek, then sharply colder into the weekend and leading up to Christmas. Right now, not looking like a white Christmas. In fact, a little milder on Christmas Day. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming up next.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division like myself in cabinetry to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs. And your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your project.
It was very important to find somebody that was knowledgeable in the whole picture, the cabinetry, the appliances, and the countertop. We are delighted with the outcome.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
DSN Plus is more energy, extra live games and on-demand replays, anytime, anywhere. DSN Plus is more hype. From playoff matchups in unified football to marching band showcases, we highlight what makes Delmarva unique. DSN Plus is more hometown pride. We go wherever our teams go, with up to 5 live games every weeknight. DSN is still free on air and cable, but get even more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month. Download the Delmarva Sports Network app from your app store today.
Are you having trouble hearing your TV or listening to conversations in loud spaces? Then it might be time to consider Nano hearing aids. Nanos are FDA-registered OTC hearing aids. Don't be fooled by overpriced hearing aids. Prescription hearing aids could cost $3,000 or more. Nano hearing aids are now offering $100 off through this special TV offer. Call now and get 2 CIC rechargeable hearing aids for only $297. And if you're not happy, return them for a full refund.
Nearly 7 million Americans 65 and over are estimated to be living with Alzheimer's disease. That's according to the National Institutes of Health.
Yeah, a recent study suggests a new sign for relatives to watch out for that may warn of the disease. Mandy Gaither shows us the research and has what every family with aging seniors should know.
It's not a new discovery. For some time, it's been noted that older adults with cognitive impairment may suddenly make poor financial decisions or become victims of a scam. But new research now says that could be an early warning sign of Alzheimer's disease.
Our study shows that thinning of a brain region known to deteriorate first in Alzheimer's disease, called the entorhinal cortex, is also associated with financial vulnerability in older adults without any cognitive impairment.
Dr. Duke Hahn, one of the study's researchers, says that area of the brain helps us imagine future outcomes and assess value. Therefore, he says a thinning of that region may explain why certain older adults may test cognitively normally while making poor financial choices. And the research suggests seeing those changes in an older adult could be a risk factor for Alzheimer's disease.
If an older adult starts showing some poor financial decisions, it might actually be a reason to pursue further testing for Alzheimer's disease.
Researchers caution that not everyone with Alzheimer's is going to make poor financial decisions, and not everyone who makes bad choices with money is going to develop the disease. But they say the study may alert relatives to cognitive problems earlier, so treatment and support can be put in place sooner. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's now 5:55 this morning. It's time to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day, getting a little too close to his gifts before the big day. On your screen, that's Tuxedo, I think appropriately named. As you can see, he is sitting under the tree, trying to make a peek at what he's getting this year. Tuxedo was submitted to us by Yvonne in Berlin.
Love it. We want to see all your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos just like that. Tell us what makes your pets so special.
You can scan that QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friend to Coast TV News, and then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
5:56 now. It's time for a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
Bob, let's talk about some rain this Monday.
Yeah, we've got it. You know, we picked up about 1/3 of an inch so far, and I think we're in this rain for a couple more hours across the area. So have the raincoat handy. Pack your patience, too. We're going to see the wet roads, but I think the rain should taper off 8 or 9 o'clock, and then it's just cloudy with a slow warm-up. We'll see some afternoon sun, and temperatures do warm into the mid-50s as the winds swing around to the south around 56. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. 63 on Tuesday. That's our mild day. And then the rain returns later Wednesday into Thursday. And then we start the temperature plunge, falling through the 40s end of the week into the weekend. 40 on Saturday. And that is not a typo. Only 19 as we go into Sunday morning. 31 the high on Sunday. And 15 as we go into Monday morning. Ouch. 33 on Monday. But then temperatures do warm up heading towards Christmas. 41 on Tuesday and 50 on Christmas Day. So unfortunately, not a white Christmas, but it's looking dry and mild as of now.
Pick out the new golf clubs if you get that for a Christmas gift. All right, thanks, Bob. Coming up in our next hour, wind decision and the latest governing board act that could pave the way for the controversial offshore wind project. That story and more as Coast TV News Today returns in a moment.